Growing up, I remember playing with a lot of different toys, as well as video games, from Power Rangers to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, generic armament that most likely had a lot of cancerous materials in there that we got from the Dollar Tree, some knockoff bodega, and Tonka trucks and toys. Little did I know, outside of the PC games that were made, that I played when I was younger, they attempted to get into the console market as well with Tonka Rescue Patrol that came out on the Nintendo GameCube. For those who do not know what Tonka trucks and toys are, Tonka trucks are an iconic, durable toy truck. Originally made from steel, known for their ruggedness and realistic design, it was founded in 1947 by Mound Metalcraft. They became popular with their construction-themed vehicles, like dump trucks and cranes. Tonka was acquired by Hasbro in 1991, but the brand remained a symbol of playtime and durability. This agreement with Hasbro, aka them acquiring it, ended July 4th of 2019, with the license being transferred over to Basic Fun, which also produces other brands such as Care Bears, My Little Pony, and Lincoln Logs. In 2024, Basic Fun filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The company will use bankruptcy proceedings to repay creditors while remaining in operation, aka Tonka brand is defunct. Now that you have the history of the brand, let's talk about the game itself. Tonka Rescue Patrol hit the video game market in November of 2003, with some fierce competition coming out the exact same day of November 18th, such as Project Gotham Racing on Xbox, Manhunt for PS2, and the American Idol rhythm game on the PC and Game Boy Advance. Wait, am I reading that right? The American Idol rhythm game. Yeah, okay, well, that's weird. I didn't know that American Idol had a rhythm game. The 2000s was a wild time for everyone. But anyway, I digress. The game had some rough competition on the consumer market. The premise of the game is very simple, since it's, a kid's game. You take control of different emergency services from police, EMS, search and rescue, and construction vehicles to do a various different amount of missions across 4 maps. These maps are the city map, known as Tonka City, the farm area, the ski lodge, and the dirty downtown area where you casually help commit gentrification of the whole area due to what the mayor wants. Doing about 10 missions per map, ranging from putting out fires in abandoned buildings that were put on by random kids and arsonists, to rebuilding a roller coaster that you just put the fire out but they're too lazy to do it, so they want you to do most of the work, to stopping speeders on the roads and hurting farm animals for some reason, even though that's not really an emergency. There's a lot of non-emergencies in this game that you end up doing, a lot to benefit, capitalism. But the controls are very easy for people to understand, and if you somehow forgot, our good friend Tonka Joe is there to remind you over and over and over and over.
Follow the arrow to find the snow. Press the A button to lower the bulldozer blade. Press the A button to lower the bulldozer blade. Turn on the searchlight. Turn on the searchlight. Follow the arrow to find the next hiker. Show them how it's done, Tonka style. Turn on the searchlight. You're doing great. Honk the horn and clear the traffic. Press the B button to honk the horn and clear the traffic. Press the A button to pick up the monkey. Keep up the great work, partner. Press the B button.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Okay, let me talk about this man for a second here, okay? Because while I was playing it, this man drove me insane. He pushed me into insanity. This guy just shows up out of nowhere while you're doing something in a game and constantly, and I mean constantly, reminds you over and over and over and over again to do what you are currently doing at that time. It's insane. Press the A button to pull them over as I'm currently pulling them over as a police officer. Or press A to pick up, whatever thing you need to pick up with the crane. It's crazy. Anyway, if I was a parent and heard this over and over and over again, I would just throw the game out and call it a day. But let's actually get into the nitty-gritty and review this game and break it down. I developed a ranking system out of 100 points, and it breaks down as follows. Story, 15 points. How well is it written? Does it make sense? Does it finish? Does it leave you on cliffhangers? Is there a possibility of a sequel? That kind of thing. Design, 15 points. How accurate is the stuff in this game? How does it hold up? Is there really a need to call and inspire other video games with the design from this game? The gameplay itself, 20 points. How the mechanics work in it. Is it smooth? Is it operatable to even this day? Is it inspired other games to do other things and copy it essentially? Music, 15 points. Does this music hold up? Does it put you in the mood? Does it make you feel things? Does it really fit the mood of what's going on in the game? Price point, 5 points. I put this in here because I feel like it's very important, especially now like in today's video game market, to talk about if this is a good or bad price for what value the game actually offers you. Staying power, 10 points. Does it have a place in video game culture and history? Does it live in infamy, whether it be good or bad? Does it actually, you know, get referenced a lot? Do people look fondly upon it? That kind of stuff when it comes to staying power. And then replayability is 10 points. Can you come back and enjoy playing this game over and over again? So let's break it down by each section. Story, I'm going to give it 4 out of 15 points. This is a kid's game that you can complete in just under or over 2 hours, depending on how, if you end up breaking the game somehow, or if you just go insane from all the repetitive music, or Tonka Joe constantly in your ear. Of course, the story is as bare bones as you can get, but it's cool that they wanted to show off the different first responders that are actually out in the world that would show up for different emergencies, including saving capitalism one step at a time. This is the only thing it has going for it story-wise. Tonka Joe is beyond annoying and reminds you what you are doing for the story. Beyond insane, it's not worth more than 4 points. Design, I'll give it 8 out of 15 points. And before you get on me for all the stuff that's going on, all the different video you saw, hear me out on this one. The reason why I gave it at least this much is how they used it at the time, like when the game came out. Modern looking vehicles at the time to represent first responders such as police, fire, and EMS and such of that nature. Tonka also has an iconic look that they started making with their games about how people look, how things operated, and how the environment was back in late 1990s when they started making PC games. And they kept doing it and sticking with the design faithfully until 2006 when they got out of the video game market. But with the overworld map and the actual playing field, you get a scale of the world and the place that they're trying to make, which, you know, also adds to the design feature of this game. Gameplay, 9 out of 20 points is what I'm going to give it. It's very generic and has nothing that helps it stand out besides that very, very annoying Tonka Joe who's constantly in your ear. While the controls are super easy to get a hang of, and even for kids like 4 and up can pick up and use, because, you know, Tonka Joe's there to remind them, it's solely due to the fact that it's a children's game that the controls are like that. The movement of the vehicles are smooth for the most part. You can easily push it and make stuff happen if you really want, like in the sense of breaking it or, you know, making stuff glitch out. Putting out the fires, it gets very annoying, and most of it, like half the time, it doesn't register, which is very annoying and started getting on my nerves, especially near the end of the game. Overall, it's just a shiny turd that's barely okay to deal with. Music, we'll give it 4 out of 15 points. The music is very, very generic, and there's really nothing memorable about it besides that it will send you into a crazy fit for a repetition of one song over and over and over again with bad cutoffs. So there's 2 songs per map. You have the overworld music, and then you have the action music, is what I like to call it, when you're actually doing things and putting out fires, rescuing people, pulling over speeders on like motorcycles and stuff like that. That's when the 2 musics switch up. And that's as much as the music goes. It gets very old, very quick, and super annoying, and the only emotion that I'm feeling from it is anger from the insanity that it causes you eventually. Price point, I'll give it 3 out of 5 points. Right now, it's sitting at $10 for a complete in-box GameCube game, which for modern collectors of retro games, especially for those trying to collect GameCube, that's actually amazing, that's outstanding. But the game itself is not that good. If it was $5, it would probably be a 5 out of 5. But given that, you know, it's not a really good game, it also goes into the price factor of it being $10. It's junk. So it gets 3 out of 5 points. Staying power, I give 1 point. 1 whole point out of 10. The only, and I mean the only chance for staying power is that you will remember how much of a crappy time that you had overall. At least it was for me. If you have kids and maybe they're stuck at grandma's house and she somehow has a GameCube still and has this, they might enjoy it, you know, if they're like 5 or 6. But as grown, full adults, you will not enjoy it. You will have a horrible time. Replayability, I am giving it a fat goose egg, 0 out of 10. There is no chance that people are going to want to come back and play this more than once, especially in the world of modern video games where there's so many good stories like Expedition 33. It's kind of weird comparing it, but I mean, it's a video game. It's in the fair ballpark. Modern consoles had great stories, a lot of hours. Tonka Rescue Patrol sounds and was kind of a cash grab in my eyes. So the overall score is 29 out of 100 points. Overall, you should probably avoid playing this, unless you're like me who wanted to do a game on stream, which you can go see my streams over at twitch.tv/Joshua Gaming. Whenever I go live, you can get that notification, you hit that bell button. But whenever that comes into play, yeah, sure. Even then, you can see in the supercut that I put on the same channel of me going crazy, slowly but surely. I went insane over the course of 2 hours from this crappy music from Tonka Joe constantly blaring in my ear. So, let me know what you guys think about this review. This is something new, but I just want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you all for doing what you do, following me over there. If you really want to support more endeavors like this, I plan on doing more reviews over time. So feel free to go check it out. It's $3 a month, or you can follow for free because I give free updates for everyone. So appreciate just, getting the numbers up there, if anything. So I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for stopping by, and you have a good one now. Bye-bye.